Okay, good afternoon, class. I am Inamisi Manzanero, your English teacher in English 7. Let's, let's pray first before we start our lesson by a video presentation. Okay, again, good afternoon, class. How's your day? Okay, I'm glad to hear that your day is great. Is there any absent class?
No,
Please
none,
check in the
ma'am.
names of participants. Very good. Nobody is absent. Let's have first your virtual classroom rules. First, mute yourself except when you have the floor. Second, raise your hand virtually for permission to speak, one person talk at a time. Third, keep your video on for attendance purposes. Fourth, avoid distracting backgrounds or actions. Fifth, encourage each other with appropriate wristband emojis. So, let's have review. How you can identify the genre of material. Yes, Anna? Very good. By identifying the four elements or parts, character, story, plot, and setting. Now class, before we will start our lesson proper, I have here two papers. The paper on my right was torn apart, while on my left hand it was still whole. Who do you think tear this paper on my right side? All right, we don't know. What if Jones tear the paper on my left hand? So, who tear the paper on my left hand? Very good. Jones made the action, while the paper on my right side we didn't know right. So it has something to do with our lesson for today, and that is active and passive voice. But before that, Christine, please read our objectives. Thank you. So those are the objectives that you need to achieve or learn at the end of the lesson. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, class, let us first define what is active and passive voice. In active voice, the subject performs the action denoted by the verb. So in active voice class, the subject does or act upon the verb in such sentences. For example, everyone please read. In this example, Marilyn, the subject, was doing the action. I am clear, class. Okay, I will give you more example later comparing with the passive voice. Let's proceed to the passive voice. Passive voice, one can change the normal word order or many active sentences, those with direct objects, so that the subject is no longer active, but is instead being acted upon by the verb or passive. So in passive, the subject is being acted upon, and also in passive voice. The object will be moved to the beginning of the sentence, and the subject will be deleted or can also put it on the last using by. For example, everyone please read. In this example, the direct object from the previous example was already on the place of the subject, which is the letter, and the subject here is being acted upon. Let's take a look at this graph. In the active voice, the letter is still a direct object, and in the passive, it was already a subject. And also in passive voice, we will change the verb, add the form of be in front of the verb, and use the past participle. So let's have more example comparing both. Please read. Thank you so much. See the different class. In an active voice, the subject he was eating may be a prize. While in passive, the subject was eaten by something. So the subject was being acted upon. Here also the example. This example on the active, Harry is doing the action. On the passive, the sick shrimp was acted upon by Harry. Do you understand now, class? Okay, do you have any question? All right. Now, I'm going to tell you a short story, a crime story that will lead us to our activity later. So please fasten your seatbelt for we will able going to travel towards the crime. Let's imagine that we are citizen of that place. Are you ready now? Okay. The title of this crime story is Bank Robbery at the First National Bank. Here is the copy of the story that I already sent in our Google Classroom so that we don't have to read it now to save time. Have you imagined the story, class? Okay, all right. Very good. Now let us proceed to our activity. Let's proceed this activity. In your notebook, copy and answer the statements below. Then write A if the statement is in active voice and P if it is in a passive form. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes to answer it. Are you done, class? Okay, let's check your answer. This is the answer key. Please check Please check your answer honestly. Who got a perfect score? Okay, very good, class. Most of you got a perfect score. Job well done, class. Let's proceed in this activity again. You are going to convert the following sentence from active voice to passive voice and vice versa. Write your answer in one half sheet of paper. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer it. Are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's check. This is the answer key. Please check your answer honestly. Who got a perfect score?
Ako po.
Very good, class. Again, most of you got a perfect score. Keep it up the good work, class. Okay, let's move on. I have a t-shirt with passive and active on top. What you are going to do is to list down as many as you can. The passive voice you found on the story we have a while ago on the left side, and list down the active voice of that passive sentence on the right side. And after that, please present your work. Am I clear? Okay. You will do it with your group mates that I already sent the group list in your G class. You may start now. I will just give you 10 minutes to do your task. Okay, time's up. Please present your work. Okay, thank you so much. Let's check group 1. Very good, all correct. You have 20 points. Group 2, all correct, also 20 points. Group 3, you have one mistake, 18 points. Group 4, all correct, 20 points. Thank you so much, class. Well done. Okay, now who can differentiate again what is active voice inactive voice? Yes, Bea? Very good. How about passive voice? Yes, Ella? Very well. And then for your final activity, write at least 10 ways to avoid the infection of COVID-19 using active and passive voice. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer it. Are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Present your work in our G class. And for your assignment, please research about the different kinds of play. You may print it or write it in a paper. I am clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, class. Let's pray. John, please lead us our prayer. Okay, goodbye, class.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Goodbye, ma'am.